No messages, no calls, no "how are you" text at 2 a.m. They're not in your life right now, but somehow they're everywhere in your mind. You try to move on. You tell yourself it's over. You keep busy. You meet new people. You fill your days with noise. But in those quiet moments, when the world goes silent and you're alone with your thoughts, you feel them. Not as a memory, not as someone you used to know. You feel them like a heartbeat you didn't know you were listening for. Like breathing you never noticed until it stopped. And that's when the ache begins. The kind of ache that has no name. If we're not talking, why does my heart still reach for them in the dark? If they're gone, why do they feel closer than my own shadow? Here's what no one tells you about real connection. It doesn't live in your phone. It doesn't need words or proof or daily reminders. It lives in the spaces between your ribs and the catch of your breath when their name crosses your mind. Some people don't leave when they leave. They stay in the way you take your coffee, in the songs you can't listen to anymore, in the version of yourself you became when they were near. And if you're feeling this right now, if this person haunts your silence like a prayer, then what I'm about to tell you will break you open and put you back together. Because this isn't coincidence. You didn't choose this. You didn't wake up one morning and decide to carry someone in your chest who isn't holding your hand. It just happened. The moment you met them, something ancient stirred inside you. Not fireworks, not chaos. Something quieter, something that felt like coming home after lifetimes of wandering. Your soul whispered, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you across universes." That's not love at first sight. That's recognition. Your spirit knew them before your mind could catch up. And that's why this silence cuts differently. It's not just missing a person. It's mourning a language only the two of you spoke. It's grieving the way you laughed with them, the way the world made sense when they were near, the way you became more yourself in their presence than you'd ever been alone. They didn't just touch your life, they rewrote it. And now there's this emptiness, this hollow ache where they used to be, and nothing fits there anymore. Not new people, not old distractions, nothing. But here's the truth that will either save you or shatter you. If this person wasn't etched into your destiny, you would have forgotten them by now. Real soul ties don't fade because someone walks away. They burn. They wait. They change you from the inside out. And right now, while you're bleeding in this silence, something sacred is happening. Something you can't see yet. I'll tell you what it is in part 3. Let me hold your heart for a moment while I tell you this. No contact isn't abandonment. It's alchemy. The universe isn't tearing you apart because you don't belong together. It's pulling you apart because neither of you is ready for the fire this love will demand. Not ready for the mirror it will hold up. Not ready for the old skin you'll have to shed to hold something this real. Right now, you're both in the wilderness, being stripped of everything false. Every mask you wore, every wound you buried, every lie you told yourself about who you are and what you deserve. They're learning to stand alone so they can stand beside you without losing themselves. You're learning that love isn't need, isn't desperation, isn't the fear of being empty without them. This separation is a sacred violence. It's breaking you open so light can finally get in, and yes, they feel it too. I know their silence feels like indifference. I know it feels like you're screaming into a void and no one's listening. But some people go quiet when they're drowning. Some people retreat when they feel too much because they're terrified of feeling anything at all. So they pull away. Not because they don't love you, but because they love you with a ferocity that scares them breathless. And they know they'd ruin it if they stayed while they're still broken. But listen, there are signs in this darkness. Breadcrumbs the universe leaves to tell you this silence won't last forever. In part 4, I'll show you what those signs are. And when you see them, you'll understand. If they keep returning to your thoughts like a tide you can't control, that's not weakness. That's knowing. If you feel peace when you think of them, not panic, not desperation, that's the universe whispering, "This one is yours." If you're becoming softer instead of harder, wiser instead of bitter, braver instead of broken. That's the sign. You're not falling apart. You're falling into alignment. Real love doesn't make you small. It doesn't cage you in obsession or drown you in need. It cracks you open and lets the light pour out. It teaches you that you were whole before them, and you'll be whole after. But God, how beautiful it was to be whole together. And here's what most people don't understand. No contact doesn't mean the end of the story. It means the ink is still drying. The pages are still being written in invisible script. And one day you'll look back and see the masterpiece that required every moment of this pain. So if you feel this in your bones, if every word I've spoken has landed in the deepest part of you, I need you to do something for me. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because I'm here every single week, holding space for hearts like yours, translating the language of longing and destiny and divine timing. Turn on notifications so when I post part 5, you'll be the first to know, because what I'm about to tell you next will change how you see everything. This isn't just about them coming back. It's about who you're becoming while they're gone. Let me tell you the secret they don't teach you about separation. It's not about waiting. It's about transformation. Right now, in this unbearable silence, you're not being punished. You're being prepared for a love that won't break under pressure, for a connection that doesn't need constant reassurance to feel real, for a version of yourself who knows that your worth isn't measured by who stays or who goes. This ache you feel, it's not weakness. It's your soul expanding, making room for something bigger than you've ever held before. Every tear you've cried is washing away the parts of you that were too afraid to be loved completely. Every night you've survived without them is proof you can survive anything, and somewhere, in their own darkness, they're doing the same. They're facing the demons they couldn't face while holding your hand. They're learning lessons that would have destroyed you both if learned together. They're becoming someone worthy of the love you've been ready to give. Because here's the heartbreak and the hope wrapped into one. Some people have to lose you to find themselves. They have to feel the weight of your absence to understand the gift of your presence. And it's brutal. God, it's brutal, but it's also necessary. Because when they come back, if they come back, it won't be the same people meeting again. It'll be two souls who've walked through fire and chosen each other on the other side. But there's something you need to know about this waiting period. A mistake almost everyone makes. I'll tell you in part 6, and it might save you months of unnecessary pain. Here's where the broken ones lose themselves. They confuse waiting with living. They sit in the wreckage of what was and forget to build what's next. They scroll through old messages like scripture, searching for signs and texts that have already said everything they're going to say. They put their entire life on pause, as if their heart can't beat until that person comes back to restart it. But love, real love, the kind that lasts, doesn't ask you to stop living. It asks you to live so fully that you become the person who no longer needs them to feel complete. The universe didn't tear you apart so you could shrink in the waiting. It tore you apart so you could expand into every corner of yourself you'd forgotten existed. So you could remember the dreams you buried, the passions you ignored, the life you were building before they became your whole world. This is your time, not to prove anything to them, not to make them regret losing you, but to fall so deeply in love with your own existence that whether they return or not, you'll be whole. Because here's the magic they don't tell you. The moment you stop chasing is the moment you become magnetic. The moment you stop waiting is the moment the universe starts orchestrating. When you surrender the outcome, when you say, I trust that what's mine will find me, everything shifts. The energy changes, the pull reverses, and they feel it. Miles away, in their own silence, they feel you letting go, and that's when they start holding on. In part 7, I'm going to tell you the exact moment you'll know they're coming back, and it's not what you think. There will come a morning. You won't know it's coming. You'll wake up and the weight that's been sitting on your chest for weeks, months, maybe longer, will be gone. Not because you stopped loving them, not because you moved on, but because you finally released your grip on how it's supposed to happen. You stopped checking your phone every 3 minutes. you stopped asking the universe, when? You stopped reading into every synchronicity like it's a promise. You just breathed. And in that breath, something miraculous happened. You felt them differently. Not as someone you're aching for, not as someone you're incomplete without, but as someone who already belongs to you, even if they're not physically here yet. Like they're written into the fabric of your future, and nothing can erase that. No distance, no silence, no time. That's when you'll know. That's when the universe is weaving you back together. Because it doesn't reunite people when they're desperate. It reunites them when they're ready. When the wounds have become wisdom. When the fear has become faith. When two people have grown into versions of themselves that can hold the kind of love that doesn't break. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. Every morning you choose yourself is a step closer. Every moment you trust instead of control is a prayer answered. You're closer than you think, but there's one final truth, the one that matters most, and I need you to hear it in part 8, because this is where everything comes together. So here we are, at the end of this journey and the beginning of yours. Let me tell you the one truth that will either set you free or break your heart open one last time. If they are truly yours, they will come back, not through force, not through manipulation, not through you shrinking yourself or chasing or begging. Through readiness, through alignment, through the universe, looking at both of you and saying, now, they're ready now. And if they don't come back, then they were never meant to stay forever. They were sent to crack you open, to show you what your heart is capable of feeling, to prepare you for someone who will choose you every single day without hesitation. Either way, you don't lose, because this love, this unbearable, beautiful, devastating love, has already changed you. You're stronger now, softer now, more awake now. You know what real connection feels like, and you'll never settle for anything less. So stop waiting for them to come back before you start living. Start now. Build the life that makes you feel alive now. Become the person you were always meant to be now. And if they're woven into your destiny, they'll appear exactly when both of you can hold it. Not a second too soon, not a moment too late. Exactly when your souls are ready to meet again. If every word of this landed in your chest like it was written for you, then you're here for a reason. Share this with someone whose heart is breaking in silence, and stay with me. I'm here every week, holding space for the ones who love too deeply, who feel too much, who believe in magic even when the world calls them foolish. You're not alone in this. You never were.